Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we will be continuing our Python series, but let's take it to the next level. Yes, in this video, we will be know about the conditions in Python. So without further ado, let's get know about the if and else statement in Python. So let's just jump on my computer screen. So yeah, here in my computer screen, we are going to take initiative from the very simple program like adding two numbers in Python. But this time we are going to add a condition to check if the numbers is positive or negative, or if the sum of the number is positive or negative. So let's just do this. I'm going to assign this with a variable name x, and now just write some code to take input from the user. Now our second variable is going to be y by default. So I'm going to do the same with this. Right. Simple. Let's just take the capital V. Now just assign some variable to add these two numbers. So I'm going to assign with a sum. This is the new variable, and we are going to pass these two numbers here. Now let's just print the sum of the number on a terminal. Very simple program. I'm just going to write a message here that sum is, let's print sum here. Okay, let's just see if it's working right or not. So let's just run this a little bit, right? So I'm going to run this. Okay, it's taking input. I'm going to give it 4 or 6. Okay, the sum is 10. Okay, this is working fine. Now, what if we want to check the sum we have got is positive or negative? Now the condition begins. Now we are going to use if and else condition in Python. How we are going to use, let me just show you guys that we are going to put if here, and the number that we have got, we need to write some condition here, right? So our main thing is sum that we are going to check. So I'm going to write that sum. If the sum is greater or equal to 0, right? This is going to be our condition, that if sum is greater or equal to 0, the number is definitely going to be positive. Okay, if the sum is not greater or equal to 0, the number is going to be negative. So this is what we are going to write right now. Okay, just write, I guess you guys will understand. Greater or equal to 0. Okay, now we will use this, and then we will print that the number we have got, any message you can write. I'm going to write that the sum is positive, right? Okay, this condition has been fulfilled, that the sum is positive. What if the number is negative? We have another condition. For that condition, we are going to use else if, right? First, this condition is going to be fulfilled. If this condition is false, then we will jump on the second condition that I am going to write. This condition is going to be else if. Okay, oops, else if, or you can write elif in short form. I'm going to write else if right now because it's new for you guys. So that's sum is lesser to 0, right? If sum is lesser than 0, then the number is definitely going to be negative, right? So I'm going to print the message on the terminal simply that the number is, the sum is, I'm sorry, right? This is the two condition that we have got. Now let's just run this program and see if it's working or not. Okay, let me come in my terminal here. Okay, what we have wrote the program that we want the sum of two numbers. So it should print the sum of two numbers first, and then it should tell us that the sum that we have got, it's positive or negative, right? So let's just run this program. Hopefully it's going to be work. So it's taking input. I'm going to give 43 and then 6. Okay, it's telling us the sum, that the total sum is this, and then it's also telling us that the number that we have got is positive. Okay, that what happened in this program, we have got an input from the user, the two inputs, we have got the sum, simple, and after the sum, it's going to check the number that we have got is positive. So this first condition is going to be fulfilled. This first condition is obviously true. So that's why this is printing on our terminal that the sum we have got is positive. If the sum is not positive, that this condition is going to be false, and then it's going to jump on the second condition that we have put this. The this so this is going to be checked this condition, so that if this condition is true, this is going to print this message here. So yeah, why not just check it out that if it's working in a negative number or not. So let's just run this again, and I'm going to give it 45, and the second number I'm going to give some minus let's just 56. Okay, so after going to give this the sum is minus 11 and the sum is negative. Simply these conditions are working. What is happening, simply this condition is going to be false this time because the sum is negative, and this condition is going to be true this time. So it's going to jump directly in this condition and going to print this in our terminal. So let's get into our second program. In this program, I'm going to make a student mark sheet. So this is going to tell us that what is the grade of the student. So we are going to put so much if and else condition in this program. So stick to it and let's do it. So first, definitely we are going to take input from the user. I always like to take input from the user. I don't want to give it by my own. So I'm going to take a marks from the input. Like marks can be up in points or in maybe numbers. So just from the safe side, let's just use float here. Don't use int every time, it can give you an error. So let's take input from the user. Right, so it's going to give us a mask. Okay, after getting a marks, what we are going to do, we are going to check if the marks of the number are greater than 80 or equal than 80. Definitely what is your grade are going to be. You are very familiar about it that your grade is going to be A plus, definitely. Okay, congratulations, you got it. Now let's just put on if condition here, and simply we are going to put on the condition that if mass is greater and equal to 80, because yeah, this is a condition, and then we are going to print out that you have got a plus marks. So let's just congrats, let's write congrats here because they have got A plus mask. Why not? So okay, so this condition has been fulfilled. Now what about if the mass is lesser than 80? What is going to be? You have got A grade, simple, right? So let's just write one more condition, which is going to be elif, our second condition, and the mass is going to be lesser, no, it's going to be greater equal to 70. Put on this condition, it's better, right? Now print something on terminal that you have got A grade. Okay, what if the mass is going to be lesser than 70? Definitely you have got a B grade. You need to study more, right? So let's just write one more condition. Then what we are going to print, we are going to print that now if the mass is lesser than 60, then you have got a C grade. Okay, so let's just put on one more elif condition, and this is going to be our last condition. After that, I'm going to do one more thing. Then after C grade, we don't have a D grade. If you got a D grade, you are failed. So else, just below the 50, everything is fail. I'm going to write it, right? So we need to write some nothing, just else, and then write something alas, you are fail, unfortunately. So yeah, these are the conditions that we have put on that the student is fail if he got below 50. So let's just check that but if did, we're going to do some more things in this program. Okay, it's asking our mask. What is your mask? I recently got 84, but I'm going, this is right, 84. I recently got 84. So congrats, you got a plus. Thank you so much for congratulating me. But let's just try for the another math if it's working or not. So let's just try about some like what our mass is 65. You got a B grade. Yes, so our things is working very very fine. That if you got a 65, you got a B grade, and let's just check for. Let's just see that if I'm fail or not. So I'm going to write 45 here. Alas, you're fail. Okay, so what is happening in this program? If you are getting input from the user, we got input, this program got input simply, then it's going to check the number. If the number is greater equal to 80, it's going to print this condition is true, it's not going there, the loop is going to be break from here. Okay, but if what if this condition is not true, so this is going to be jump here and check this condition. If this condition is true, the loop is going to be break from here. If it's not, it's going to jump here. If it's not, it's going to jump here. Otherwise if nothing is happening, the else thing is happening, that you are fail. In this program, you can play around with this program. I want to put on some more thing in this program. I want to put on the 89 this time. Okay, so our average is definitely 89.0 because we have put on the total mass is 100 and multiply by 100, so the simple input that you have put on is going to print out as average. So yeah, this was a simple program, but you can see how if and else commutations are working in this program. You can get the idea how they are just loop are breaking or getting continue or something like that. This program was very beneficial for if and else conditions. Now, what I want you guys to write if and else statement to get some conditions, whatever condition you want, just take a condition you like and write a code about it and let me know in the comment below. I hope you find this video informative. If you do, please consider subscribing to, and I will be back with a new Python programming video. Till then, take care.